In this tutorial, I'll show you how to create a customized 3D treatment plan for your patient in less than a minute, or even generate multiple treatment plans, as well as how to produce a PDF. Once in DentalMaster, you can click on DentPlan3D to start your presentation. Once in the program, you have two options to start. One, with the panoramic X-ray as a reference. You can first insert the X-ray if you want to work with it. You can place items directly onto the X-rays or without the panoramic. We will first start without the panoramic X-rays. So we know that tooth 14, tooth 35, 36, as well as 46, and the 4 lower incisors are missing. We go to care and we can remove the teeth in such a way that we have the patient situation. Once this situation is created, we decide where implants are needed, and we can deselect the teeth where we do not want implants. So we have the remaining teeth that are selected. We can go to implant. Place the implant, decide the abutment we want, whether cemented, bridge, or screwed. And now we wish to place the crowns. So we reselect the location where we want the pontics and place crowns on all desired areas. Once the treatment plan finalized, we can deselect the teeth to avoid adding other treatments if we want to add treatments to other teeth. If, for example, I decide to apply a composite to these teeth, I want to ensure that it is not mistakenly applied to others. Also, composites on other teeth that might be selected. Once I have finished the same thing, I deselect the tooth. At this stage, we can already show the model. You see that you have the composite mode, thus on the tooth as we have indicated. We can present the animations of the treatment plan proposal, whether it is the single crown for the upper or the screwed bridges and single crowns for the lower mandible. Once the case is presented and explained, we can proceed to the preparation of the PDF. So we go to the PDF printing, and we already have here a first description of the treatment plan, which is somewhat basic. All right. If we wish to have a much more engaging description, we can click AI Narrative, and our system will thus create a much simpler text for the patient to understand. Now that we have completed the treatment narrative, we can add a QR code that will allow the patient to later view their personalized 3D animation directly on their mobile device. We can subsequently add comments, add an image if we wish, add articles, like for example, how shall I say, an article on bone grafting. We can add videos, whether on implants or on other subjects we find appropriate for this patient. All right? We will provide, for example, an extraction and the implant. And we can add private PDFs. Whether it is a statement on the diplomas the clinic has or the warranty system the clinic provides. Whether it is the reviews you have in social services, or about the clinic and also how to use or scan the system's QR code. We can, if you wish, provide you with templates according to your branding. To do this, simply contact us. And so we will have at the end a PDF that will include a proposal, the desired images, treatment plan explanations, and the appropriate videos. descriptions in diplomas, guarantees, and so on. Now simply save the PDF. And as you can see, now you have a PDF with all the details we discussed and a fairly comprehensive explanation for the patient regarding the treatment plan they need. The explanations, the clinic's promotion, and how to use QR codes if needed, and of course the videos. You see, it takes less than a minute to create your own animation tailored to your patient. Now I will explain how to use panoramic radiography and create multiple treatment plans for the same patient in a few minutes. You can first insert the X-ray if you want to work with it. You can place items directly on the X-ray or use it as a reference for selecting the teeth. Select the missing teeth and the teeth to be extracted. If needed, go to the Care menu and delete the teeth. Then we can create different treatment options. We will add one treatment for implants, another for a denture, and a third option for a crown and bridge. Let's go back to the implant option and select the teeth where we want to place the implants. Select Implant, add abutment, then select the teeth that will be Pontics, and add all the crowns. Now we go to the second option, the denture. Same process. Select the missing teeth, choose denture, select metal denture, and you can even add clamps if needed. Then we move to the last option, the crown and bridge. Select the teeth for root canal and abutments. Then select all the teeth that will be Pontics and add crowns on all the selected teeth's ID. Now we can start showing the customized 3D model and launch the animation for the bridge option, for example. Then we show the implant option and walk through all the steps and what needs to be done. And finally, we can show the denture to complete the overview. Once everything is explained, you can save the treatment. One-click solution using treatment preset or selecting all missing teeth for dental restorations to improve user efficiency. You can select from our preset for total restoration the full 3D option like all on 6, all on 4, ball, bar. This makes the work easier, so you don't need to select all the teeth and select the treatment for each place. You get automatically the full restoration in one click. You can still change the place of the implant if you want. For manual complex treatment, you can use the one-click select all missing teeth by clicking the button All Missing. Or you have an option where you can select all missing teeth in between treatments. To do this, select the pen button, then choose either the upper range or lower range.